Well, hello there. Joey Holz, and this is another episode of the Joey Holz Experiment. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the poor parents tax. We talked about the poor people tax, one of them, one of many. Poor parents tax, same deal. There are certain things that happen to you when your parents are poor that wouldn't happen to you in other situations, and I'm going to explain one of the many ways that turns into financial ruin for you in your future as their child. When I was about 10 years old, the year was 1994, my mom had gotten us back into her care. She'd been keeping us out of foster care for about a year at that point. But we were there, and a Columbia House Records thing came in the mail. I was super into music. It was my escape. So I filled it out, and I sent it in, right? And they sent me these records, and I owed them money. And my mom read that, and instead of writing them a letter saying, why are you giving credit to a 10-year-old, she went ahead and filled it out for herself the next time, and the next time, and the next time. So we ended up with a whole bunch of CDs, and she let me pick one or two every time as well, so, I got something out of it. And then eventually they stopped sending us the CDs because, they wanted us to pay for them. I didn't have any way to pay for them. Had no idea what was going on with all this. And she decided, no, we're just not going to do that. After Hurricane Andrew, my mom did this in an altruistic way with her phone account with AT&T. We got our landline phone hooked up in the wreck of a trailer park that we were living in. And because people were trying to get a hold of their families and just communicate with the outside world to let people know we were okay, she opened the phone up for anyone to use to call wherever. And this racked up like a $2,200 phone bill. And they should have forgiven it, but they didn't, because this was literally a lifeline to people outside of the literal war zone we were living in. So my mom took that one for the team. So she taught me how to, kind of like give even when you have nothing to give, you might say. And sometimes she took advantage of the system in really weird ways. But that translates to when I'm older and my credit's all messed up because of these charges against me from Columbia House when I was a kid. And it's not the only thing that my mom did like that. One time she actually hooked up her AT&T bill in my name at the house phone because she couldn't have AT&T because of the hurricane thing, right? So she put it in my name, and that phone bill, same thing. Eventually, she got a cell phone on it, and it was like the first cell phone, like the truck phone, car phone thing. Racked up a big bill, couldn't pay it one time, and then that got shut off, and, no more bills in Joe's name. But when I was 18 and trying to get an apartment with my girlfriend, and I couldn't because my credit was already trashed, I started out in the negative because of choices my parents made. And I was never taught financial stability or, financial literacy by anybody. When my mom had a checkbook that said, I might be broke, but I still have checks. And then I got a checkbook, and I was broke, and my mom was supposed to deposit a check into my account, and she didn't, right? So I wrote checks as if that money went in because now should I have known better? Probably, but I really didn't. So there we go. Somewhere in my past, you'll see the arrests for worthless checks. That's how that happened. Like, all of these things are because when I was a child and I was supposed to be learning certain things, I didn't learn. I learned the hard way down the road when I was an adult. At almost 40 years old, I can look back and recognize these things that I had to learn on my own. But you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And I've been paying the poor parents tax my entire life.